My name is Lauren Forland. I'm the general manager of this beautiful hotel that you all just got the opportunity to take a walk through and get to enjoy with us this evening. Absolutely not sure who thought it was a good idea to give me a microphone and talk about this spectacular property, so I'll make my introductions very quick. We are here lucky, thrilled to introduce this labor of love, to welcome all of you to this project who I just could not be more proud to stand in front of you and present. That being said, I am going to let these wonderful people standing next to me do the real heavy lifting here. First up is Mr. Dave Poland, chairman and co-founder of PM Hotel Group and BPG.
There is literally no feeling more exhilarating than opening a new hotel. It's like giving birth, but without the childbirth pain. So beat that if you would. So most of you know that the original European settlers in this area were from Sweden. And of course, they were attracted by the beautiful landscape and the great transportation, of course, rivers back in that day, and the amazing bounty and the resources in this area. Well, people are still moving here, living here, visiting here for those reasons, but now we have great restaurants and bars and art galleries and centers of commerce and amazing public spaces, which, thanks to the people to my left, are getting even better. So Homewood Suites is here to be a resource for those guests, people moving to this area, people doing business here, and the rooms in a Homewood Suites by Hilton are designed for extended stay. So for 4 or 5 nights, if you're here, we have a full-size kitchen with a refrigerator, etc. You can cook. We'll even go shopping for you. But a lot of times people are coming down with their family for special events or to get together. So that extra room really makes sense for them as well. And I always like to spread out when I work, and I want my shirts over here and like my suitcase over there. I don't want to see it. So that extra room comes in handy for all kinds of reasons. Homewood Suites is one of the really extraordinary brands from Hilton. And the global distribution system of Hilton is giving Wilmington even more visibility. So the sales office in Hong Kong and Sao Paulo, they're talking about this as a place for people to come and visit when they're coming to the US and they're coming to Wilmington. And of course, the setting on the river is truly extraordinary. So we knew we had an amazing set of natural resources when we started planning the hotel. And we said, let's pay homage to the first European settlers here and come up with a design that has some really contemporary Swedish elements to it, but it's really grounded by the materials of this area, including the Great Christina River. So I hope you saw that as you walked around. It really there's some great architecture in Sweden, if you get over there, that we studied to come up with what we have here today. So in order to execute and take one-dimensional plans and turn them into a three-dimensional building, it's really, really hard. So I want to thank our architects from Cooper Carey. They're here today. We had an amazing interior design team, Black Dog Studios, and of course BPGS Construction were the ones that translated those plans into what you see in front of you. So please join me in thanking them for great, great, great execution. I also want to mention Lauren's part of PM Hotel Group, and I'm so proud to be part of PM Hotel Group as co-founder and chairman. We have 3,500 associates working around the country in 60 different hotels with 20 different brands, and it's a really tough job that they do every day. So please join me in thanking the team that opened the hotel and runs it and is making it a great resource. So the foundation that we're on today, it's really the result of some enlightened public servants. And I'm really honored to be here today joining you with the mayor, who you'll hear from in just a moment. A special thanks to Michelle Hanley, who's our 4th District Council member who is here. And of course, Hanifa Shabazz, our council member president. And in order to thank them for all that they've done to make this possible, this hotel over the next 10 years will pay over $1.7 million in property taxes, giving back to the community. We'll create 37 full-time jobs, and we'll have over $980,000 a year of annual payroll. So that's a lot of rent checks and tuition payments and other things that the community will benefit from because of the hotel. We're really, really proud of that. And also the local vendors will benefit from about $500,000 a year of spending. So please join me in thanking our public servants for their great work. And I want to thank all of you for being here tonight, and now I'll turn it back to Lauren. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you so much, Dave. Obviously, absolutely none of this would have happened without the foresight and the support that we got from both PM Hotel Group and BPGS, so thank you so much. Next, I have the absolute honor to present to you Mayor Michael Przicki.
How come he got woo-woos and I didn't? Yeah, thank you. To you guys, this is you're looking at this hotel and you're focusing on this one beautiful project. And congratulations to the architects. I love what you did here. The Swedish vocabulary was obvious to all of us. Swedish? What are you talking about? Swedish vocabulary. Oh yes, with beautiful Swedish influence in there. So, but for some of us, notably Mike Hare and Megan, this is kind of hallowed ground because we got here in 1996 and there was nothing here. And when I say nothing, it was worse than nothing. It's hard to imagine, it's hard to remember back how bad it was. That big building over there was just a big asbestos-sided hulk that they just left after World War II and no one ever did a thing to it. Dirt floors, it was just horrendous. And this was just one of a million contaminated sites that we had to clean up down here. And we did everything we could to buy the things that we thought were going to have value in the future. These cranes were rusted, fallen apart hulks that we restored. Just everywhere we look, there's something that brings back a memory that is so moving to all of us. To come here today now and see that beautiful bridge that we hope opens one of these days. Actually, this was a bridge to nowhere before the bridge to nowhere was there. I mean, this is you can't get here and you can't go anywhere, but it is beautiful. And but it is beautiful, by the way, and that's a big risk because you see it on paper and you go like, oh, is it going to be too big? Is it going to disrupt? It just fits perfectly, and we're so proud. And the refuge, which we labored over, is gorgeous. And now the Jack Markell Trail, which I didn't value early, is now spectacular. And so you're right here. And we're just so grateful. We're so overwhelmed by how beautifully this all comes together. I'm not tired of it. They should hear it often, how grateful we are to Dave and Robbie and Chris and their whole team for believing so deeply in this city, being so committed and putting their money where their mouth is, which is what separates a lot of people from the talkers. But I just want you to know that this is just a fantastic addition. If it's not the nicest hospitality location around, I don't know what is. I don't know where you're going to go and say, let's spend the night and then let's do all these other things too. There's so many. So as mayor, I'm very, very proud, very grateful, and I want to thank all of you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Obviously, your contributions and your support of the city of Wilmington and the riverfront are unsurpassed, and we can't thank you enough. Next to speak, we are pleased to announce City Council Member Hanifa Shabazz.
Hello, everyone. I'd like to make one correction. The City Council President. I worked hard for that title, very hard for that title. But I am born and raised here in the city of Wilmington, and I have watched the city transition. I won't tell you how old I am, so how many transitions I've seen the city of Wilmington go through. The downtown area was where we went to spend our Saturdays, and then I watched it go into a mall and back to where the street traffic as it is now, and see the many hotels and restaurants and businesses that are coming to downtown. And this area, like you said, Mayor, was a wasteland. And now look at it, it's the most magnificent place for anyone to just come and just relax and feel peace and have ice cream and go to restaurants. And now we have these beautiful hotels where we can invite visitors to come into the city of Wilmington and enjoy all of the amenities that we have developed So Rob and Chris, and I really thank you all for your work and loving the city of Wilmington. And Rob and Chris, I wanted to say, coming back to the city of Wilmington to put your passions and your business here and invest in the city of Wilmington. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to go back and get the expertise, bring it back to your city, and make it to be the place that you're proud to be. And so I'm very proud to say that I work for the city of Wilmington, that I help to govern it, and that we work collectively. I was telling Mike here, I think this is ribbon cutting, a groundbreaking 105 or 6. But I'm just very proud to be able to be here and see the continuous revitalization of City of Wilmington moving forward. And we now have the space to invite others to come and enjoy this magnificent place I call home, and that's the City of Wilmington. So thank you very much, BPG, for all that you do. And I know we got many more things to come, so thank you.
Thank you, City Council President. Thank you so much. Again, your commitment to the city is unsurpassed, and we couldn't thank you enough. Next up, we have Michelle Harley, 4th District City Council member.
Good evening, everyone. I am very excited to be here on this evening to congratulate and to celebrate the Buccini Pollen Group, as well as the Homewood Suites management team. As I think about all that has been happening here in the 4th District, starting at the riverfront, all the way up through the Brandywine and throughout Wilmington, I am truly over the hill excited about the renaissance of downtown Wilmington. When you look at what's happening here, when you look at what's happening downtown, you can clearly see that BPG is changing the landscape and the skyline of Wilmington. I am a Wilmington native, and I work for DuPont, and I was around when it was bustling with people downtown in the 70s and the 80s, when you could barely get downtown on Market Street, when people were in and out of the stores, and there was just gobs of people. But I was also around when it turned into a desert many, many years ago. So I am happy to say that I am here to see BPG and his team bring life back to Wilmington, to bring life back to the 4th District, and I am very excited about that. And I'm also excited about people being put to work. That's the number one thing that excites me when I think about my district and I think about the people that live in my district. I'm just happy to see that people are being put to work. I'm excited about the fact that we have our residents and visitors that have new hotel options as well. And just to be down here in the evenings, to just see this new addition to the riverfront, as you look over there at the lights over at the bridge, it's just beautiful. So again, thank you to the BPG group, to the Homewood Suites management team. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to many other projects and more ribbon cuttings. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Ms. Harley. Last but not least, we have Ms. Megan McGlinchey. She is the Executive Director of the Riverfront Development Corporation. So she truly runs the riverfront here. So without further ado, Megan McGlinchey.
Thank you, Lauren. So it is an exciting day on the riverfront. Mr. Mayor, who would have thought 20 years ago that we wouldn't have 1, 2, 3 hotels on the riverfront? So it's really an exciting time for Wilmington, an exciting time for the riverfront, and we're really grateful to partners like the Buccini Pollen Group for bringing projects like the Homewood Suites to reality. And the Homewood now joins the very successful Westin right next door, and it really is going to help us increase the corporate and meeting business that we bring to Wilmington, bring to the Chase Center on the riverfront. And also we think it really is going to help us attract that leisure traveler, those weekend travelers that are coming to Wilmington and coming to Newcastle County and are really looking for a great place to stay. So we think we have a lot of amenities for them to take advantage of. So I want to just thank, again, the Buccini Pollen Group, Rob and Chris, and Dave for their continued commitment and their dedication to the riverfront. And we just welcome you to the neighborhood.
Thank thank you everyone so much. Just one last thing, if I could. The team who truly was here every day, breaking their backs, building this hotel, Vicki and Rick and everybody that was here, till the last second, making sure that every room looked absolutely spectacular and that we had this fantastic product to present. They made my job a million times easier, and I can't thank you enough. And for the team that we brought on to actually bring this to fruition, I am thankful for them every day for the work that they put in. They're here to make me look good. They're here to make you look good. They're here to make the city look good. That's what we're here to do. Please make sure you got gift bags on your way in. Make sure you put your head in the game for the raffle. Thank you all so much for coming, and I hope you enjoy our gorgeous hotel. Thank you.